next person coming to us is the one that spearheads this noble institution. Yes. A woman that works extremely hard. The leader of our team at Anchovy Primary School. I speak of no other person than our principal, Mrs. Cheryl Grant Mitchell. Put your hands together as she made and she come to our podium to speak to us. God bless you, Mrs. Mitchell.
I almost wanted to sing. I was going to say, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. But I won't attempt because then he said, just put me like, wow, okay, I can't do it because I cannot compete with that. Put your hands together again for her. Awesome, awesome. Excellent. Excellent despite the odds. Excellence despite the odds. The odds, COVID-19. The odds, children being murdered 4 sometime this week in one family. What a year. What a time we're living in. Master of Ceremonies, Shanice Clark Brown, guest speaker, and so proud of you. My very own student, Miss Garcia Johnson, they said when fall is going to be big, you'll see it at the foot. I remember us taking these girls, well, there was one male in the group, all over Jamaica. They challenged 64 schools and came second in the Scotiabank debating competition. Just tell them they can take a bow. Awesome, and I knew that there was greatness in this girl. And we have decided as a school that we are going to engage our students, our excellent students, because we have quite a few of them out there. And I say thanks to you, madam, for accepting the invitation. Our education officer who promised to, I'm not sure if she has sent it, Mrs. Kayla Clark, seems that she is supposed to be watching online. Chairman of the board, Mr. Dean Cororos, other board members, teachers, parents, family and friends, last but by no means least, the class of 2022. Our sole purpose for being here this afternoon. Congratulations. We can now say to children, congratulations, you're still alive. There's a sign on the highway that says, when I grow up, I would like to be alive. The first time I saw it, I was wondering what exactly could someone mean by actually spreading that. But just looking at what's happening in our country, we realize that to be graduating today, it's good to be alive. Put your hands together for yourself. And I say congratulations to you who are here, because there are those who did not make it on account of one thing or another. Having completed the academic year 2020-2021 online, we were faced with the challenge of starting another year online. Online challenges the entire education system, as there are those who do not have the gadgets, there are those who have gadgets but are not who have gadgets but just don't want to connect. And so the online mode of teaching is quite a challenging one. This year, 2021, 2022, started on a chance to meet with students. So we started on the Ministry of Education's information online. And we are able to meet face-to-face for this graduation. I know that there are some of you, because over the past 2 years we have had 2 graduations online. So there are persons who would have never been to a face-to-face graduation. And so I somewhat forgive you for the disruptions at the beginning. But as we move forward, we will be expecting changes in the behaviors. It is with a great sense of gratitude that I greet you this afternoon. God has been good to us. As I reminisce on the year that is quickly coming to a close, I experience mixed emotions. I am delighted that we are able to meet face to face. I am delighted that we have not lost any of our students to COVID-19. We have lost parents. Our condolences go out. But I'm delighted that we have most or all of our students with us, even though some would have moved on, or researches would have indicated that they are alive and well, maybe in some other institutions, but are here. And so we are grateful to have had you all with us. Governance. The school is ably governed by the Board of Management, which is headed by Mr. Dean Carlos, our chairman. We say thanks to you, sir, for governance throughout the year, and the team that he so professionally leads. We have with us this afternoon Ms. Mercedes Graham, our vice chair. We have our past vice chair, Mr. Stewart, and I'm going to be asking Mr. Stewart to stand at this time. This is with us. Mr. Stewart has served our board well for a period of 7 years. And today we say thanks to you, sir. We say thanks that when you are in the bush and all over the hills and valleys, I was able to call you to sign those checks. I'm still going to call you because we have not sent that section yet. Okay, so today I want to present to Mr. Stewart just a little take-home piece entitled Photographic Reads. Actually, primary school says, thank you to Mr. Derek Stewart for 7 years of voluntary service to the school as a valued member of the Board of Governors. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. God bless you. The picture we do for Tuesday. It was all my pleasure being a part of the team. Thank you very much. Okay, with us today is our Member of Parliament, the Honorable Homer Davis. I deliberately did not mention him at the beginning because I wanted to mention that he's a tool of strength to our school, and I am very grateful to have you in our corner, sir. Mr. Davis was at a meeting at school last night, and when I drove in and saw him, I knew he would not be here today. But he has never missed one of our graduations. So I was wondering, who will I sit beside tomorrow? But when he was leaving, he said, I will be there. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for staying in our corner, and we hope that you will be in our corner for a mighty long time. Okay, as I continue. Staff. The staffing for the 2021-2022 school year, we started with Principal Cheryl Brand Mitchell, 34 teachers, that's academic teachers who deliver instructions, 2 guidance counselors, Mrs. Shanique Walters and Mrs. Andromeda Drummond-Willox, 3 sanitization workers, 7 canteen or tuck shop members, 1 gate man, Mr. McLeod. And we, because of the pandemic, had to seek additional personnel as we wanted to ensure that your children were kept safe. So when you enter at the gate, you will see Mr. McLeod at one of the gates and Brown will be at the second gate, because we had Mr. McLeod only and it was not enough to have students coming through at the other entrance without being sanitized and the protocols of COVID-19 being observed. As such, we had to get Ms. Brown. Hence, a young lady is at the small gate and Mr. McLeod is now able to effectively man the big gate. Student enrollment. The school year started out with 1,032 students. We quickly jumped to 1,075 because we were not able to tell where some of our students were. We did not drop them off the list, but after we did our research, we found that some of them were in other schools, and so we landed and ended the year at 1,056 students. Student leadership to us is of utmost importance. We endeavor to in leadership activities as we helping them to take on the challenges of the world. Our student leaders this year are, and I'm going to be calling your names and asking you to stand as your name is called. Head boy, Mr. Jesse Thompson. Head girl, Miss Praise Marie Cohen. They are so tiny, I'm going to ask them just to walk on. They can put them on the look. Deputy head boy, Jaden Moulton. Just come out to the project so they can see you. Deputy head girl, Miss Aliana Williams. Stress. So each year we select some students that will understudy these so that when they get to grade 6 we won't have challenges. So we selected Mr. Michael Trout as one of our deputies. I don't think he is here, is he? But he is from grade 5. And the singer you heard a while ago, Miss Delicia Robinson from grade 5 as one of our deputies. So they will move from grade 5, Delicia, are you still here? Into grade 6 with that leadership capacity and will be able to take on the challenge. However, they are not head boy or head girl, but they are candidates when we do start the selection again. Okay, so put your hands together for our student leaders. They have worked well. They are all students who are involved in the life of the entire life of the school. They are involved in everything that is done. Miss Cohen and Miss Williams, Mr. Thompson, and Mr. Moulton. They involve themselves in speech, dance, and everything. And Mr. Thompson is our King Scout. Put your hands together for them. You may return to your seats. Health and nutrition. The school prides itself in ensuring that our students remain healthy, that that the students who come to us, they return to you better than when they came to us. The PATH program is a primary feeding program at our school, which feeds 320 PATH students per day, and we recognize also that there are students who are not on PATH who also need help. So through the Guidance and Counseling Department, we identified an additional 50 students whom we feed not every day but regularly, and there are other students who from time to time parents may call in and ask that we supply them with lunch or anything. And so we ensure that this is done so that our students will be able to learn, because children who are hungry cannot learn. The Guidance and Counseling Department is the department that spearheads the selection. In this process, I do not take that on. The guidance counselors do that. We have also this year reinstituted our health day. We have 2 days that are declared water days. So on those days, the students do not get sugary drink to buy. They drink water, and a fruit is highlighted on each of the health days. Also, on the health and nutrition, we engage our students in positive behaviors. We have them in December contributing, wherein we collected from them, they brought in cash or kind, we purchased care packages, and we delivered to the elderly in our school community. I say thanks to you parents. Some persons brought in more than we expected from individuals. Put your hands together for yourselves, and we say thanks in that regard. Parent Teachers Association. We continue to boast a strong and robust PTA, led ably by our PTA president who spoke earlier, standing take about Madam Mrs. Camille Porter. Thank you for your leadership in that regard, and we are grateful that each time we call on you, you are always there. Thank you, Mrs. Porter. Thank you, the team that works with her. We are grateful. Discipline. Now, the school is a microcosm of society. It means it's a smaller society within the society. And we realize that some of the ills of the society have filtered into our school system. We pride ourselves in administering positive discipline, in ensuring that we develop wholesome students. However, the school is challenged with some disciplinary issues that are almost beyond our control. On my desk at school, I have about 4 knives. And the police at Anchovy have a few that we have delivered to them. We have students from, well, I haven't taken any knives from grade 1, but from grade 2 up, we have been collecting weapons. One student from grade 2 declared, when asked why he had a knife, that his elder brother gave it to him to stab a boy who was continuously troubling him. Now, parents, he will go to jail. He may not be, he is a juvenile, but the government will take him from him. So, I am asking today that if you have students who are still there, some of you are just parents of grade 6, but I know we have generations here. So there are persons who have other children in the school. And you know persons who have children in our school. I ask you kindly to ensure that their bags are searched in the mornings. When some things happen, we have to call in the police. And we really do not want to have, with the challenges that we have, with all the other disciplinary issues, students hurting each other in our school. We do not want the media there. We do not want TVJ there. If TVJ is coming, I hope that it will be something positive, not to check students. And so I ask that you be vigilant when your students are leaving home in the daytime. Some of the students whom we exempt from this graduation is on account of violent behaviors, on account of antisocial behaviors that we just could not get them to stop. And so the ultimate punishment was to exempt them from their own school leaving ceremony, one of the most important things in their life. We had to take that tough decision because they don't graduate primary school, they don't graduate high school, they graduate college. So we have to make a decision here at this first level where we just have a school leaving ceremony, so that when it comes to real graduation, they will understand that some behaviors are not acceptable and they will decide. So we hope that the punishment is harsh, but we hope that it works as we intended for it to work. A program for this year. Our school is filled with programs. Because, as I said, the holistic development of our students is primary focus. As such, among the celebrations we had this year, Heritage Month, we had Bandana Day, thanks to Mrs. Fraser and her team. Put your hands together for that team, for the culture team. The culture team is led by Mrs. Fraser. But it's the largest team in the school because all the cultural activities come under that team. Black History Month, again we had our Jamaica Day concert. Put your hands together again for the culture team. Our guidance and counseling department par excellence. Put your hands together for them. They actually, after discovering the issues we were having with social ills when the students returned, came up with their values and attitude competition. We found that the students who returned to us, just for 2 years, parents, they need to do something. 2 years they went home and they passed you at the gate and would not say good morning. They just walked back. 2 years they went home and they came back to school, and just as they were, when we saw them online, laying on the bed with their foot on the dresser, in class, they came back and did that. In class, only that there was no dresser, so the desktop became the dresser. We found that they did not say please, no thank you. All the values were thrown through the window. So we had to, and I give thanks to the guidance and counseling department, we had to come up with something to nip that in the bud. Also, the civic responsibilities that we worked so hard on were totally eroded. Teachers on island. National anthem singing, our students used to stop in the ear. When they get to the gate, if one foot is up, this is how they stand until the anthem is finished. We don't have to ask them to do that. They came back to us, walking around, chewing gum, bending down, fidgeting, while the anthem is being sung. Not knowing the national pledge. And all of those, we had to stop and decide that we're going to take a turn. I say again, thanks to the culture team. We had In previous times, we had one national devotion. Then we realized that we are in trouble. We are now having two national devotions. And thanks to God and to the teachers, I'm seeing changes. They're fitting right back where we wanted them to be. And so I give thanks to our teachers, and I say to us, parents, I'm a parent, I say to us, please enforce that which is taught at school. Please try to enforce that which is taught at school. Like I said before, our school has the most amazing cadre of teachers. And we find it that motivation is of utmost importance in getting anything that we want done. And so we continued. This year, we again highlighted our excellent teachers in the first term. We highlighted a teacher in each grade, and all our grade coordinators were awarded. Can you put your hands together for our teachers? This coming year, we will again be doing the same. Our achievements this year. Sorry about that. Like I said, we involve our students in everything that we're able to get them involved in. Some of the competitions that our students would be involved in, we did not get them involved as some of those did not happen as a result of the climate we are existing in. We're still in a pandemic, and so some of the quizzes and other competitions that they usually take part in netball, they actually did football. Netball was not done this year. However, some of our students entered the JSIP spelling bee competition, or grade 1 for girls, or grade 5 was fourth, and our grade 4 was third. Put your hands together for them. We say thanks to the people from Williams who actually coached those children, the company, and they did themselves well. Put your hands together again for our students. The first day of the pandemic, we started out our JCDC competitions, and we ended in mid-year. Second year, we sent through some pieces. Praise Mary Cohen last year was sent through to the national finals for her piece. Put your hands together for her. So she cleared St. James and was sent through to Kingston and got the national trophy. And she's one of our graduates, so we applaud her this afternoon. This year, we entered track folk, ring games, music, and speech. And we got medals from gold to merit in all of them. Put your hands together for our teachers in culture. Like I said, the culture team is a large team. So for ring games, we got the highest gold in the parish, advanced to national finals. Put your hands together for Miss Tomlinson. Miss Tomlinson come through and take a ball. Where is she? Miss Tomlinson, can you please run on stage? Well, as soon as she comes by, I'll just show her off. So they went through to the national finals, and that's something big for us. Put your hands together again for them. For traditional folk, we got another goal. shy man. No, sir. Miss Tabitha dance, Miss Martin dance, and if the gold medal winners, okay, so this is the national finals at Kingston, girl. Put your hands together again for her. I load up everything that is good. Oh, this is Miss Martin, another goal! For music, we got 2 bronze. Put your hands together for Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon, what you want to talk about? And Mr. Dixon won the national gold last year. Mr. Dixon last year? Okay. And for speech with Mrs. Fraser, our cultural coordinator, we got 2 silver, 3 bronze, and 2 merit. Put your hands together the present. Mrs. Fraser brought over there. And so again, thanks to our teachers. And those teachers would have worked along with teams that would have ensured that these children, so we say thanks to those who made the costumes, we say thanks to those who did everything for the students so that they could do themselves well. And when they do themselves well, they do the school well, and they do you as a parent well. Put your hands together for our students. Interesting times. And interesting times requires interesting measures. Unprecedented times. This is one of the first years when we are having a graduation ceremony and will not be able to award any of our students. Can't say what their passes are. Usually the results from PEP someone tells us what to do as in regard award our students. So sometimes the local results that we have become totally overturned when the results come through. So we are not able to say how our students did academically as in regard the PEP exams. One term was spent online, another term was spent with some students coming in and some students staying at home. Some staying at home because they did not want to come. Others staying at home because we have to ask them to stay. And so, since when the children returned fully, the ministry decided that they would postpone the ability test. As a result of that postponement, the results will not be ready until the week of the 8th of July. So parents, we have another week of wait. However, we will invite our students and we will award them accordingly. So it's not goodbye, because we are not able to say how well it would do or how well it would have done. It is so long until the results come out. And we will publish in order so that you will all be able to shout. So, over the past years, words of mouth did it for us, but this year, we'll be putting on you to publish in the mirror, because we would want everybody to hear how well. I know that our students did well. I know that. So we would want everybody to see what is done, but for today, we will not be able to communicate same. As in regard our local academic programs, this year we decided that our school will be deemed a reading center. So we aimed to develop a culture of reading. I'm going to be asking our reading teachers to start with Miss Tamika Scott, Simone Barrett Crooks, Lambert Williams, Hazel Boyd, Ethan Fraser. Just walk out. Just walk out, people. Just walk out. Just walk out, heroes. Just walk out. If they don't walk out, they're not moving on. Just walk out, heroes. Just walk out. Somebody's missing. Mrs. Fraser, put your hands together for this teacher. Heroes indeed. They are all on my excellent teacher list for this year. Because they have taken students 4 levels up in reading. Now, I'm not sure to understand what 4 levels up mean, you know. But when a child is at the below pre-primer level, it means that child does not know it, is, and that child may not be able to identify letters. These heroes, look here, when you put this here, graduation, these heroes, have taken our students to reading. I am a reading teacher. I teach adult reading. And when I stopped doing it now, but I stopped like 20 years ago. Big men lifting me up downtown to say, teacher, you might get the driver's license. No, humans have done so much, and we are for grateful at the school. Parents called in. Children came to the office and said, Miss, I can read. And so, I aimed to highlight them today. We have teachers who are doing excellence in all academic areas, but a teacher who teaches you to read would have made a change in your entire life. God bless the person who taught me to write my name. And so, we say thanks to you teachers. We say thanks to all our teachers. We say thanks to our chairman. And we say thanks to all stakeholders who would have made a difference in the life of the school and in the life of our children. God bless you. Have yourself a wonderful afternoon.
Put your hands together for our principal. Put your hands together.
It's muted.
Put your hands together for our principal. A comprehensive year in review. And teachers, we can say, we really do it for the love. We don't do it for the like. Amen, teachers?
Amen.
Amen, teachers? Alright. And so we're moving on the program. At this time, I'm going to invite our valedictorians to come with the valedictorian address. This will be done by Justin Thompson and Aliana Williams. Put your hands together. Our valedictorians, Justin Thompson and Aliana Williams.
Master of Ceremony, Mrs. Shanice Brown, Guest Speaker, Ms. Garcia Johnson, Education Officer, Mrs. Kayla Clark Stevenson, other specially invited guests, Chairman of the Board of Directors, Mr. Dean Carolus, other members of the Board of Directors, PTA President, Mrs. Camille Portios, Principal, Mr. Sherbrooke Mitchell, teachers and other members of staff, family and friends, It is with great pleasure that I extend a good afternoon to you all. Today, amidst our insurmountable challenges and adversities we face as the class of 2022, we assume that many of you, my fellow classmates, are thinking, yes, I am finally graduating. Yes, I am made. On the other hand, there are those who may be thinking, oh no, I'm going to miss my friends and all the great times I've had at the school, though over 50% of the time has been spent at home. Whatever you are thinking, my friends, today is a day of triumph. It's a day of victory. It is a day that will celebrate the goodness of God. It marks a significant milestone in our lives. It is the day for which we have been toiling, waiting, and praying just today. For this reason, I deem it an occasion of both joy and sorrow. One of joy because we have defied the odds and reached a glorious milestone in our lives. One of sorrow because the milestone will now reside in the past. I must add that it has taken much dedication and intense effort to make it to this point. I do not deem this an individual accomplishment, but the success of all those who share in this evening. I must express my sincere gratitude to the committee, the graduation committee, and my fellow classmates for the opportunity afforded me to reflect on the behalf of the group. I express thanks to our parents for their unquestioned and constant support and encouragement. I remember well the day we came to big school. The school was indeed big school. It seems like yesterday. Some of us cried uncontrollably, ran out of class. Some of us even wet ourselves. Our fears were somewhat cushioned by the warmth and care of our brave teachers, led by Mrs. Jonathan Collins. Eventually, time passed and our cries changed to laughter. School became our second home, a place we want to be. And, as the TVJ slogan said, just look at us now. As we grew older, big school gradually grew smaller. Today, as we say goodbye to our teachers, our friends, kitchen and cleaning staff, as well as all those who touch our lives as I believe, it suddenly dawned on me what a large chunk of my life, our lives, and we are leaving behind. On this note, I am personally compelled to express. On this note, I am personally compelled to express thanks to our teachers for affording us this opportunity and power to learn. Teachers, you have all strong open doors that led us to many new worlds. I must confess that we are today our accomplishments are as a result of our worthy teachers. Our teachers have gone beyond the call of duty. As we advance in grades, we learn to appreciate our teachers even more. They never allow. Some teachers spend as many as 12 hours at school each day. They never allow us to go without lunch as long as they know that we can have such needs. They provided us with books, pencils, friendship, and parenting. As such, we embrace the statement. Teaching is more than imparting knowledge. It is inspiring change. Thank you, all our teachers. It is not correct to make mention of the myriad of opportunities These are all made possible through the number of health exercises available. It is noteworthy that even during the COVID-19 pandemic, we were still afforded the opportunity to participate in these competitions. One will admit that it is extremely difficult to be educated in a pandemic. We like to use the strangest phrases. Many see a breaking up, yes, I was wrong, then was solved. But a myriad of challenges we have. But be encouraged by the work of one because the rituals are there for a reason. The rituals are not going to keep us out. The rituals are going to give us to show how valuable we want something. Yes, you may encounter defeat, but it must never be defeated. It was much your great joy and ultimate satisfaction to feel that we were returning to face-to-face in January. The majority of us came out. We were elated when we saw the real. Some preferred to dress up. This was the short film as dismissal stopped us. Then we were trapped and one day we were not fully formed. I must register thankful to the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information for the little they afforded us to interact face-to-face with our teachers. These were indeed welcome, unlike our previous sessions. We are still unable to tell which high school we will attend, but we are confident that we have done our very best. In closing, neurologist Oliver Sacks said, nothing is more wonderful or more to be celebrated than something that will allow a person's capacity to allow him to grow and think. This is indeed the gift that we have been given and that now guides you positive change. For this gift, to all who have supported us, we express our heartfelt
Put your hands together for Valedictorian. Williams, I'm just going to ask the parents just to get a little quieter. I see students walking around. We are almost at the end of our program, so try to be still. I have an announcement. They're blocking him. The license plate numbers 8401JY. 7607 JF. You're blocking the church's labor and he wants to leave. Alright, so at this time we are going to invite our school leavers to sing. Our school leavers will be doing their them to stand. Parents, I'm going to ask you just to be a little quieter. So students, stay. Mrs. Spurs up to us.
Please take note of the names of the classes. We said marvelous first, because they're marvelous. We said magnificent next, because they are magnificent. And now we ask grade 6 outstanding to stand. Turn around, somebody can see you. Put your hands together for grade 6 outstanding. And finally we ask grade 6 supreme to stand. Turn around. Put your hands together for grade 6 supreme. And on the recognition of academic excellence, again, we are not able to announce, but we have been given the opportunities, given 2 scholarships. It's 4, really, but from 2 different places, boy and girl, whom we will select when we get the results. So Kmar's books, they would have delivered their vouchers already, but we cannot give because we don't know the results. Put your hands together for Kmar's books and anticipate that your child gets it. And the Mount Carey Baptist Church also will be giving 2 scholarships to 2 of our outstanding students. Put your hands together. The Mount Carey scholarship will be for needy students who have done well, not necessarily the overall outstanding student. But the school and other entities will be awarding the overall outstanding students. So we will be down the road, but at this time we are not able to do anything else. We have another function also this afternoon. It's a good thing we planned that function because this is just not graduation as we are used to it. So I will at this time invite Ikema Williamson to present to our Master of Ceremonies. Ikema. To lead our school anthem, which will be followed by Praise Marie Cohen with the vote of thanks. Please stand at attention for school anthem.
function. So we are almost at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, it was a pleasure serving as your chairman this afternoon. Thank you for your undivided attention. Graduates, as you continue to climb the ladder of success, be reminded, nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. I leave these noteworthy quotes with you. Marianne Williamson's pen. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond the measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. And as Martin Luther King said, and I strongly embrace this, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving up the ladder of success. And failure is not an option. Graduating class of 2022, farewell. Go forth and shine bright like diamonds wherever you go, whether to the east, west, north, or the south. Continue to aspire, believe, and by all means, conquer. God bless you all. Have yourselves a wonderful afternoon. And so at this time, I invite Praise Marie Cohen to come, and she will be doing the overall vote of thanks, after which we will conclude the singing of the national anthem. God bless you. Silver Corolla, license plate 7607JZ, white Toyota 4765KF. You are blocking someone that needs to leave now. Over to you, Prince Marie.
Good afternoon, everyone. Member of Parliament, the Honorable Homer Davis, Master of Ceremony, representative from the Ministry of Education, Chairman of the Board of Governors, other board members in attendance, Principal, distinguished guests, academic staff, fellow graduates, family and friends, I am truly honored to move the vote of thanks on behalf of all the school leaders today. Firstly, I warmly congratulate my fellow school leaders. Today is a day when we have a sense of completion. Our achievements are recognized and we celebrate a significant milestone in our lives. This day can be full of many emotions because it is also a day for reflection on where we have come from and where we are going in the future. It is through perseverance that we arrived here today. It is through perseverance again that we will achieve our future goals. As we go forward, there are no shortcuts.
I'm going to be asked you just to be quiet so we can hear. Please be quiet.
It is through perseverance that we arrived here today. As we go forward, there are no shortcuts. It is through perseverance again that we will achieve our future goals. It is through perseverance, focus on excellence, refusing to be distracted. Let me take the time to specially thank the individuals who have made invaluable contribution to this evening's ceremony. To the pastor and members of the Mount Care Baptist Church, thank you for allowing us the use of your sanctuary. To To our spirited devotion master, Mrs. Claudia Noble Wright. Our school is blessed to have level-headed, prayer warriors like you on our staff. Madam, I'm bursting with pride and appreciation. To our dynamic chairman, Mrs. Shanice Clark-Brown. Wow, our school is indeed blessed. Thank you for your contribution. This has gone down in history. To our silver tongue and spirited guest speaker, Miss Garcia Johnson. Thank you for such inspiring words. I'm only proud that you are a past student of my school. Thank you for charting paths for us. To our teachers and all the members of staff of Antelope Primary, our parents, friends, relatives, a heartfelt thanks to all. To my fellow school leaders, I leave you with these words. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measures. Go out, I say, and use this fire to ignite your world. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's our head girl. That's our head girl. That's Praise Marie Cohen. Alright, and so on our program, there's a section that says recognition of excellence in co-curricular activities. I'm just going to make mention. So under culture, we have speech, we have Brianna Brissett, Praise Marie Cohen. Under music, Praise Marie Cohen again, Valisha Scott, Jordan Williams. Under dance, Ewana Glenn, traditional folk form, Aziza Pennicook, Asani Reed, Kimora Mowat, Damalia Dodd, and for sports, the Andre Lynn. Put your hands together for our students. And so to conclude this afternoon's auspicious ceremony, we are going to sing the national anthem. I invite us to stand. And I'm going to be inviting the songbird, Mrs. Lindsay, to sing the national anthem for us.
So for those who will be coming to the function this afternoon, we meet at 6:30 at school. 6:30 at school. Okay, and students who are free to be today stand and be careful on the road, it's wet.